So we'll start off by extruding this edge back now. So we're going to move on and start working on the face, and we're going to try to work towards the ear. So if you just adjust these points just like we did before, so use the front and the side view, extrude this edge as well, add another edge that we're going to be joining this on. So edit and merge vertices, and we'll do the same. Press G for the shortcut and press G again, and that will merge that point. So I'll go back into my front view, so have your front view and side view side by side so you can see exactly what you're doing like we were doing before, selecting points from one side and then adjusting them in the other accordingly. So sometimes it's easier to select things from the side viewport and sometimes it's easier to select things from the front, and we're just going to adjust these as we move backwards. For this part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this whole edge that goes right at the back, and I'm going to scale it and to flatten it out a bit, and I'll also rotate it. So I just used my extrude and then I scaled it, and then I've rotated it so it gives me a bit flat. So although it looks right on the side view, it looks, if you look at it from the front view, it's kind of going in a bit. So now I'll figure out what these points are here, so I'll select all these points that we're creating that dip shape, and I'll start moving them. So if you just move them slightly, you can see that the shape is dipped in from there. But if I scale inwards and move that out, so just play around with the scaling a bit. So instead of it, scale it inwards and then pull it back out, and just adjust it, and I'll merge that vertex at the bottom as well. So that's kind of giving us a shape. I just need to adjust it a little bit more now. So there's some bits of it that are kind of sticking in. I'll go around and just make some adjustments there. I'll select this edge again and I'll do something similar. I'll extrude it and I'll pull it out from the side view again. I might not have to, I don't have to use the scale option just now because of the fact because we did it last time and it's given a better it's given us a better view. Use the vertex tool, merge vertex here. Use the snap to kind of snap back onto these points as well, and then merge vertices just like we were doing before. So this is a lot of repeating in comparison to what we were doing before, so that's why I'll put this on a bit of fast forward, because you're just repeating commands that we've done before, so it's just about getting the shape right. So more extrusion and moving points. So remember where you can use the snap tool, you can turn it on and off. So I'm just making more adjustments here that I've added this topology now, and just bring the cheekbones out a bit. You can see that. We're gonna kind of finish this tutorial for this just part. We just want to make the face itself. So this gives you an idea how to get the facial topology, including the jawline, to a good standard. So we'll just finish this off quite close to the ear itself, and we'll continue another time on actually completing the actual head itself. So the idea was, this is the more complex part of the face itself to get this part done. So I'm just adjusting things here. You're welcome to complete this tutorial. So before I finish, what I'll do is I'll use the slide edge tool from edit tool menu. This allows me to slide the edge onto the side, and what I can do is then add another edge loop. Again, if I go into edit tools and go to slide edge, I can again slide this whole edge, and if I click the mouse button down, I should be able to slide this edge across slightly. There we go. So it gives me a bit more detail, and at the same time it slides it from the left edge to the right edge. So if you want it to behave more like the one on the right edge, you'll try to bring it closer. So I'll soften the edges on that to make it look a bit more smoother. So and I'll extrude this point backwards, and I'll start by just creating that dip at the end there and merge that. So for this tutorial, this is what you're going to be modeling, and you've completed that now, and try to use other reference images and complete the overall head. This is the more complicated part, trying to use other examples to extrude, use these techniques that you've learned in this tutorial so far and implement them to complete the rest of the head. You don't have to do the ear just yet. We'll be employing another technique to do that. You're welcome to try it, but as for the rest of the neck itself and under the chin and the top of the head, do carry on utilizing this. So use a bit of your imagination and try to complete that. So I'm just going to stitch this up again, just merge the vertices and then fill the hole, and that should be me. Okay, extrude this point out as well and merge that onto that. So yeah. So I've just set this up, so if I want to continue this, I can start off by finishing that off. So that was the tutorial for today, and do complete the head itself. Just try to use what you've learned so far to complete that.